Hello everyone, Rare Model Reviews here. We got ourselves a big one today. So I actually have roughly around 6 to 7 model kits here in these two packages to unbox. But I am not going to be able to show both of these off in one unboxing. I mean I can, but it's gonna be way too long and I don't want to give you guys yet another 30-minute video. So instead what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to do about 3 kits from this box. I'm pretty sure it's 3 in here. And then I am going to do the other 3 in a few more days. Of course, if you guys are really excited about what I have in here, I can go ahead and put the other video out like immediately. It all depends on if or how many people ask me to do so, because I usually like to space my videos out. I also may do another like maybe like a 2 reviews next week to make up for the fact I didn't do one last week. But it all depends on what goes on next week. I'm trying to get off of work next week, so if I can get my vacation schedule next week, there's going to be a lot of stuff I plan on doing, building and videos and all that. So long intros aside, we're going to go ahead and put the little one down first. And we're going to go ahead and look at the big box here and see what we have inside. So besides, of course, a bunch of packaging papers in here, you guys might have got a little bit of a glimpse at what we have in here. I'll give you a hint if you didn't see already. It is from a certain popular movie that just came out. So this here is going to be a shout out to Mango. I love the little artwork they have here. They usually like to kind of autograph their work here when they package stuff. So we have the Kit Goku GT version. I don't know if that's new or if it's just a whatchamacallit, a reprint, but I definitely am tempted to get that, as well as this 1/100 Savior, because there's no telling if they'll ever make a full mechanics, let alone a master grade of that. We, of course, have some new Gunpla here. I wonder how many of these here do I have in this box? But besides that, most of this other stuff is kind of old or it's just stuff I don't really care about. Maybe you guys might, but yeah, speaking for myself here. And then we have whatever this is here, the very skinnily clothed mecha girls or what have you. And we have, what is this? Requiem for Vengeance, Gundam EX. Oh, this is the new Netflix series coming out soon. I hope it's good. It looks a little like MS Igloo, like this little outdated type of style, but I'm still curious about it. So I'm sure you guys seen what this was by now, so of course we're gonna get straight into this one. Is going to be the Gelgoog Menace Luna Mario Hawk Custom. Now, one thing that's funny about this is we all knew that this was going to be Luna Maria's mobile suits in her color scheme after all. But when I was ordering this thing online, it was actually labeled the Gelgoog Menace Tentative, so obviously that was them saying the pilot was Tentative, but yeah. So I'm glad that they fixed out the artwork here. So of course, with this being a brand new model kit released what, like between 2-3 months ago, this thing is going to have amazing articulation, accessories, the works. So I am very excited to build this thing. I already can tell you guys, whatever I had planned, the Gundam Mark 5, the G3, all of that is getting pushed to the back. I'm building this thing ASAP. Well, okay, there's going to be at least one other kit here I plan on building before this, but you get where I'm going here. I'm going to be building this thing sooner rather than later. And again, if everything works out, my vacation, I might just be able to build this thing by next week. So I am going to go ahead and do a quick cut here because I need to, 1, move this giant box out the way, and 2, editing stuff. Okay, so taking a look inside, straight off the bat, we have a sheet of stickers here. Not too big, well, there are some big ones, but not too many stickers, I should say, for a wide assessment of parts here. And I didn't realize there are so many different shades of red. Here we got pinks, reds, it's almost burgundy kind of red here, for nice, amazing looking beam effect parts for the beam Naginata. This was a light gray and black and what's that, blue? This thing has like a wide variety of colors here, so very expertly color separated. Amazing looking shield effect parts there, so I'm very curious how those are going to attach to the shield itself, especially when it can collapse, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. We have a small black plate of runners here and a few polycaps as well, it looks like, so these look like they're mostly for the feet. Then we have more of that amazing red here, and then that giant rifle that Lumar is always famous for having, the big guns. Let's just hope she can actually hit her target this time, huh? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look inside at this menu and see what's in store for the Gelgoog Menace. So, properly getting into this menu here, of course, we have this amazing image of the Gelgoog here. We have the story of the, well, series that this is from. Some info on the mobile suit and its pilot here. It is crazy just how young the pilots are in Gundam Seed here. We are on the 3rd series from that the Cosmic Era universe, and we still have characters that are like 18 and whatnot, so that is just nuts to me. So one thing I just love that what they've been doing with these newer menus is just how much they have in color here. This is just the explanation stuff, but we also have a couple of pages here where things are put in color. I wish they'd just go ahead and do the entire menu, but I guess that maybe would jack up the price of all the gunpla. It also would really help with the construction stuff too, in my opinion, if everything was in color, as it'd help you not mix up parts as much or what have you. So it just blows me away how better at events, just so much the instructions get from these kits, release after release. It seems like they always kind of save these big changes to the construction of kits and whatnot for like new series and stuff, as I feel like that's when they usually would try to just step up the instructions. Like things just get so much simpler instruction wise, in addition to just the build in general, the undergating and just better layout with parts and what have you. It's just these things are just like fun and a breeze to build nowadays, whereas you get something from 10, 20 years ago, the instructions weren't as detailed, the kits weren't as posable, everything part swamped and what have you, whereas now everything transforms for the most part. It looks super duper detailed. It's like high grades are practically just mini master grades now, and geez, everything that's a bit more high scale or quality, I should say, it's just like an entirely different beast. So this is definitely this type of stuff that just keeps me coming back for gunpla. It's just too hard to pass up on a lot of this stuff here. So I cannot wait to, number one, see the movie next week, and two, go ahead and build this thing, as Little Mario is definitely bae. And I can definitely confirm that I am very tempted to pick up the figurized kit of Little Mario. So tell me what you guys think about that. How would you feel about me doing my first figurized Gundam action figure on this channel? I've done some figurized Dragon Ball Z stuff, plenty of it, but nothing in the action figure department. So one down, plenty more to go. So next up, again, I'm pretty sure you caught a nice glimpse of what this is, so I'm going to try to stop you guys from getting a glimpse of anything else. We, of course, have the Rising Freedom. So this is one that was actually a very strange design to me at first, as this thing kind of looks like if the Destiny and the Freedom had a baby, yet it's piloted by Kira. Now, this is the one that I wouldn't have minded if Shin piloted it. The Immortal Justice, however, which may or may not be in this box, I was a bit more upset that Shin turned out to be the pilot for, as I was hoping to be Atherin. I mean, I haven't seen a movie, so who knows? Maybe eventually Atherin ends up piloting it, but now that we've taken a nice look around the box, it's time we set this box aside and look inside the smaller box that was sitting inside of it. So, opening this bad boy up, we have a ridiculous amount of stickers. So, geez, they weren't kidding when they were saying this thing had way too many stickers. But all right, very surprised it has so many stickers with the amazing color separation it has here. First up, we have whites, reds, yellows, even the blue beam effect parts for the shield. So I have this amazing sky bluish color here that's going to make up a majority of the body here. Some blacks for the wings and what have you. More whites, looks like, for the legs and the rail cannons. More of that amazing looking blue from before. Again, small run of whites for who knows what, and those definitely like to make up for the wings again. And that is going to be it. So now it's about time we go ahead and look at this menu here, which, the image of Kira on this one. That's actually kind of sad. All right. So just like the Gelgoog here, we have an amazing box art or image of the Rising Freedom here. Again, info on the story of the series and the mobile suit, as well as the organization. I think Gilgoo said that too, but I kind of glossed over that. Same thing here. It's on the menu. Nice colored shot. This one looks like it's an actual traditional manual. So I'm guessing maybe this thing's a bit more elaborate to build than the Gilgoo, which had like the little matte looking layout. I can't even describe that layout that thing had. It doesn't have as much stuff in color though. I think this one came out before the Gilgoo. Well, in fact, it did. This thing's 43. I think the Gilgoo was 48. So I guess that's why it was a bit more color in the Gilgoo's menu compared to this thing. But the instructions still seem to have a similar layout. And this is another thing I missed with the Gilgoo. I love that they now have the runners in white and then the actual part itself in black. That definitely will help ensure you don't mess up and put the right the wrong parts out when you're trying to build stuff. As I can definitely say, there have been times where I got stuff mixed up and took out E1 when it's supposed to be like E11, or well, you get where I'm going with that. So of course here we have lots of things, making sure that you check what you're doing and what have you. Of course, with this being a modern kit, everything is in English as well as in Japanese too. So unless you somehow fall out of the two languages they have here in the menu, for the most part, you'll be able to easily figure out what you're doing with this thing. And of course, they're recommending you use an action-based 7. I'm trying to figure out what an action-based 6 is. We've moved on to 7 now. So I'm definitely gonna have to probably branch out and get an action-based 6 and 7 now, just to stay up to date with these action-based. They always just randomly release new ones out of the blue. So it's like tough for me to even keep up with which ones I should be having for my kits. But nonetheless, as you can see, for the most part, everything here transforms the way it should. I'm not seeing any part swapping stuff. Although I know the transformation with the shield, there's going to be some sort of adapter piece or whatever. You need to put the shield onto the main body. But I've seen the little 5-minute preview, whatever they did on YouTube, and it looked like that thing kind of more or less transformed just like that in the movie, so it's accurate. But no need to dawdle here. We have a lot more things to unbox, so we're going to go ahead and go on with it. All right, so there's only one more thing in here that I will be covering on this, or in this video, and I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see any kind of tease of it, so we got to get a little bit of suspense here. Drum roll, please. Come on. What else would it be? We, of course, have the Immortal Justice here. So this one here rounds out the group very nicely. And just like the other two, amazing detail. I'm sure it's going to have amazing color separation. Plenty of gimmicks. And I am a huge fan of all of Atheron's suits. Although, again, this is Shin's, but it's Atheron inspired, so I know I'm going to love it. And I'm sure Shin is going to do his thing in this. So let's go ahead and pop it open and see what we have in store. Okay, so taking a look inside the box here, we have a much smaller sheet of stickers here, not nearly as egregious as the Freedoms. We have a nice little blue runner here, some reds, blacks, yellows, and fluorescent green as well. So I'm going to guess that's for the camera. So amazing part separation just straight out the box there. Hence why it doesn't need as many stickers, I suppose. Some whites here, as well as more of that blackish color. Then we have, looks like a blood red, like that. I really like that shade of red there. It's very reminiscent to what the Savior was colored. So next we have a bit of a gray, another shade of red. Can't tell if that's the same as the last one. And round out that running here with some black. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look inside this menu here. So taking a look at this menu here, new kit. Same amazing artwork. Well, not the same, but you get where I'm going. Compass is what this thing is hailing from. We have we have Sea of Freedom, of course, which this is from. And I don't see anything here mentioning that this thing is piloted by Shin. I hope I'm not spoiling that for anyone, but I'm guessing that's only Luna's that told you who the pilot is, because that's a later release, which I believe the Gilgoo came out after the movie was released in Japan, so maybe that's why they tell you who the pilot is, whereas they try to make you guess with this one. This thing does have a similar manual to the Gilgoo, though, where, as you can see, It's in this map layout, like I was saying before, but we still do, of course, have things in color for the first 3 pages here, or should I say 5, because technically the front and back is in color too. And I already said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I just love the blood red color scheme this thing has. This confirms that light green part we seen earlier indeed is for the camera. So I always love when they do that. I bet they're still going to try to have you put a sticker over it. So unless the camera for it is like blue for the top or something like that. I don't know why they didn't even bother giving a sticker. But moving on here. Construction of this thing looks like it's going to be fun, a breeze, and just an amazing experience. Now, one thing, I'm not sure if I said it in a previous video or not, but if I start seeing any unique enough things in the construction, I'm going to try to record it as much as possible. I kind of previewed this sort of format with my high-grade Dendrobium review. So if anyone missed out on that, basically just somewhere in the review, whenever I found it relevant, I'll be bringing up a bit of a footage of me building this thing just to kind of reference what I'm talking about a bit better, as obviously there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, who need to be shown some things rather than told. And who knows, maybe the combination of the two will make it even easier to articulate what I'm saying, guys. You guys already seen from this video alone, I'm very bad at words at times. But moving on here, I just love the fact that this thing has similar equipment to the Rising Freedom, but different enough to differentiate the two of them. So that is going to be it for this bad boy here, and technically that's going to be it for this video. However, I would be pretty cruel if I just left it off right here. So instead of me doing that, I'm going to be giving you guys a quick little tease at what I have in store for you in the next video, as to hype you guys up and get you talking. Because if you guys don't say something in the comments after this, I don't know what. So I'm sure you notice this is a giant box. So naturally, we have something giant in it. Tell me you don't want me to unbox it. Tell me. But moving on here, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys want to see all this packaging paper come off and get this box out and open so I can unbox it, let me know in the comments, or you're gonna have to wait. But as always, this has been Rare Mod Reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me now, which one of these guys do you want to see me review more? Like I said, I'm an Immortal Justice kind of guy, so I'm tempted to build him first. But at the same time, this is a starter shell, so maybe I should build him. Or maybe you guys wanted me to build the much bigger Gelgoog, which is just absolutely loaded with accessories, instead. So like I said, let's get this discussion going in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.